What's up, fuckers? Good night. Go on ahead and get in here. Settle in. You see, for those of you who are new, before I get started, this is my roll weed time. So I'm gonna roll some weed and guide you through a very powerful meditation. One of my favorite meditations that unfortunately Instagram already removed the first time. So this time we're gonna do it live. Because I figured if we do it live, it'd be kind of hard for them to get rid of me. And on top of that, if I do it live, I figure I could download it and share it across other platforms so it doesn't get removed again. It's called the Cosmic Black Water Meditation, because I utilize my 5 senses in my meditations. It's not just, hi, welcome, how's it going? It's not just one sense where I just close my eyes. I actually utilize the sense of taste and touch, the sensations of feeling, sight, taste, and smell when I do any meditation. And again, this is a original take, alright? It's called the Black Water Meditation. This is cosmic and treated. You're gonna love it. And yes, I have kids. That's what you hear in the background. My children, unfortunately. I have 2 daughters that are life path 3s, so they talk a lot and make a lot of noise. It is what it is. It just comes with the territory. It's just who they are. If you know anything about a life path 3, you know exactly what I mean. I have 2 of them, so it comes with the territory. You're gonna have to deal with that. You're gonna have to deal with that for a second. I apologize, but it's bedtime, and this is my roll weed time. This is what I do. I roll the blunt, some of that good, and commence in teaching y'all some profound shit. So just stay tuned. All right. It's what I like her to do. Thank you, spirit of this marijuana. I appreciate the insight, the vibration, and sensation that you hold. I will not use you in vain. I will use you as a tool to uplift the hearts and souls of those in attendance, as I will use you as a tool to uplift the heart and soul of my own being. Ashe, spirit of the marijuana, spirit of the ganja, cannabis sativa, I appreciate you. Spirit of the tobacco and tobacco leaves, Ashe, spirit of the herbs mixed together and ignited with flame, I appreciate you. This holy ritual, this holy gathering, this holy mixing of herbs, you are appreciated. Thank you. Ashe. Wagwan, welcome in. Now, I've done this meditation before, but Instagram removed it and YouTube removed it. So now we're going to do this shit again. And this time, I'm going to download it to my phone. So even if it gets removed, I have it and can send it out. Especially if someone requests it from me again. And right now, just relax. Grab your weed, nigga. Grab your ganja. Grab your smoke. Get your incense burning. Whatever you do, get comfortable. Get real fucking cozy. Alright? Yeah. Don't mind the sharp teeth. Just get real fucking cozy, alright? Appreciate you. All right. Now, without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? As these spirits of these herbs are lit and mixed, let the frequency lighten, let the smoke clear. As I feed the spirit of my ancestors, you feel the energy of yours. Now is the time for you to start concentrating on your breathing. Breathe slowly. In your nose and out your mouth. But when we breathe in these meditations, we breathe from the belly. We fill our lower belly up with air. Then we bring the air we have held in our lower belly up. And now we hold it for a slow release. Okay? So breathe in. Time to focus on your breathing. Get real relaxed. Get real comfortable, okay? Listen to the tone of my voice and breathe in and out, nice and slow. Fill your belly up with oxygen. Bring it up to your lungs. Feel the energy pulsing through you. Feel the waves and sensations. Held and exhale. Alright, keep on with me now. We're going to breathe in slowly, filling up our stomach first, our belly first. Just like that. Just like that. Relax. Breathe in and out. We're about to get dark, so don't freak out. I didn't go anywhere. It's about to get dark. It's about to get real dark in this bitch. Alright? Y'all niggas is fine. Don't be scared. There's no fear welcome here any goddamn way. Welcome to the blackout. If you haven't done a meditation from me before, close your eyes. With your eyes closed, I want you to visualize a crystal-like, obsidian-like, cosmic black ocean. It's beautiful. It's glistening. It's shimmering like twinkling stars in the night sky. But the water is not blue, nor is it translucent. It is a deep, dark, black. These are the cosmic waters, inside and outside the firmament. Focus on your breathing. You are used to this. You've been in these waters before. You look deep in below you and realize you are levitating. You are hovering above these black waters. You get ready to lower yourself in the water. As your feet enter, you feel the cool sensation of the cosmic waters chilling your body and amplifying your aura. You're feeling an ancient remembrance in this water, a tethered connection, an ineffable bond with the waters. You are now fully submerged, with your eyes open, yet the water isn't burning your eyes. You could see in the black waters. You hear the water swooshing between your ears, the waves swimming between your feet. You feel yourself levitating and floating, yet fully submerged in the waters. You're able to breathe as if this is a amniotic fluid, a pre-womb of a womb, a pre-world of a world. As you move your head to the right in your meditation, you see a swirling red ball, a swirling red orb of light. You recognize this. It is your root chakra. Swim towards it. Belly breathe, belly breathe. Hold it. You swim through this root chakra, the red orb in the cosmic waters. You see yourself illuminating red, vibrant, grounded. Belly breathe. You look deeper in the waters. Now you see an orange orb, shimmering, pulsating within the waters. You recognize it to be your sacral chakra. Swim towards it. Feel the coolness of the water, the swiftness of the waves as it goes and brushes through your skin. Hear the sounds of the water in your ears, the coolness, the sense of authority, remembrance, and command. You swim through this cosmic orange spiral. And you notice you are illuminated orange. And your root chakra is now a spiral attached to your body, generating and releasing energy simultaneously, rotating 360 degrees to the left and 360 degrees to the right, right below your root, as an extension of your body. Deep breath in, fill the belly with air. Expand the belly, pull the air up. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Release. You go deeper into the waters. You see a bright, vibrant yellow orb, very similar to the sun. It's fashioned with creativity and creativity. You understand the relativeness of it all. You see it and know it truly to be your solar plexus. So you swim towards this chakra. You let it engulf you with its deep golden yellow rays. And feel its sensation flowing through you with each breath. Now you look up and to the left. As you turn your head, you get a taste of the pure cosmic water. And in this pure cosmic waters, in the distance, you see the green emerald orb in the black water. You know this orb now is your heart chakra. And as you swim towards this green orb, I want you to realize you now have all of your 3 lower vehicles, your 3 lower chakras have been strengthened, revitalized, and activated. They are spiraling and pulsating, generating and releasing energy simultaneously at the same time, giving and receiving. They are no longer just inside of you and this black cosmic water. They are your beacons of light, illuminating your path in the darkness, guiding you through the black waters. Once more, you keep swimming further and further and further. You feel the goosebumps, you feel the chills pulsing through your body. You recognize it as your soul, your energy, your inner God, goddess, and guide. You swim through this heart chakra of spiraling illumination energy. Belly breathe. Fill the belly with air. Pull it up. Hold it. Release. You know, you feel it, don't you? Your heart chakra has been opened. The weight, the stress, relieved from you. No longer a sense of fear navigates you in the black water. It is a sense of excitement for the unknown. You feel the wonder and the joy and the balancing of your 4 lower vehicles, your 4 chakras. As you sit in calmity and relaxing in this black cosmic water, you notice a twinkle of a blue cosmic light, very similar to the flame, the blue flame. You swim towards it, still feeling the cooling sensations of the black cosmic waters, no longer in darkness, as the lower chakras, the root, the sacral, the solar, and the heart now illuminate the path. Red, orange, yellow, and green lights attached not only to the body, but illuminate light and energy through the body. You feel it, those chills, those goosebumps. It is you. It's your energy, your spiritual pressure. The deeper you get in these waters, it gets colder. You feel the presence of the ascended masters. You feel the presence of those who came before you, who passed it and handed you the torch of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You hear the water. You taste the waters. You feel the sense of lightness and purity pulsing through your heart. As you get closer to this blue light, you recognize it. It is your fifth chakra, your throat chakra. You swim not only towards it, but you're holding your breath, preparing the vessel for the energy you are about to absorb and release. You swim through it. You are illuminated blue, cosmic deep blue, like the sacred blue flame of the threefold flame, the one that illuminates all darkness and dispels negativity and ignorance. You have become the flame. You have become the voice of justice, commanding your now 4 loyal vehicles of man into being. You now have molded your 4 lower chakras. You now have strengthened and awakened your 4 lower chakras deep in the womb of the cosmic black water. Now you feel the tingling sensation of your throat. You know now your throat chakra is not only active, it is awakened and stronger than ever before. That strength, that pulsation, isn't just ancient, it's sacred. You hold the divine technology within you. You always have. You realize now, this isn't just black cosmic water. This is Abydos. This is the Nitaru, the Nun, the black cosmic waters of the primordial before. This is home. Your home. Now that you feel the sense of harmony, the sense of bliss, and you can rejoice. You feel the sensation of lightness in the heart, the mind, and body. Deeper into the black waters. A lighter blue vehicle of illumination and conscience you see, reflecting in the black waters as if it is above you, but it is truly below you. You move forward, deeper into the water, engulfed now with your 5 vehicles of man, letting it illuminate your path through darkness. No longer in fear, you know this place is home. No longer traveling in the unknown, you feel welcomed and at peace, knowing you have strengthened your 5 chakras, inwardly and outwardly. Turn them on, never again to go dormant or sleep. Within this deep blue, it engulfs you. It swallows you. You are fully a translucent emerald royal blue, that which of the Ajna, the 6th chakra. You feel a pulsing, vibratory sensation like butterflies or flapping wings on your forehead. It is the eye of the mind awakening once more. You have entered the land of milk and honey. You have entered the dwelling of the place where the Most High does his bidding, in the king's chamber of man. Welcome. You now know, truly in your heart, you have opened and activated your 3rd eye, your 6th chakra. Not only willing to see, you can do it with your eyes closed. You've been able to hear this whole time without ears, to feel this whole time without touching, being guided by lights that were not there. This is your spirit, not your imagination. You're strengthening yourself cosmically and divinely in time with your own doing. I am only the voice of reason upon your journey. Now, as you continue your breathing in the black water, you see a vibrant, violet, purple orb in the water. This violet orb is not only rotating, it is spiraling, it is vortexing, it is expanding. You don't have to keep swimming, it's coming to you. It wants to be a part of you, you want to be a part of it. And in that moment, hold it, hold it. You realize you are one. You realize you've been swimming within the waters of your own being, of your own temple. You were the architect, the mason, building and molding the chakras. You are swimming inside of your own internal being, activating, turning on that which needs fixing, the fixing of which only you would know. And now you've been crowned with the violet flame, the purple crown chakra. You feel it? That sensation? What is that? What is that orb of light hovering above the waters? Is it the sun? Is it the moon? What do you see? What is that in your mind's eye, hovering, glistening, and glimmering above the black cosmic waters, which you know now are the celestial waters of within? What is that light you see? That beautiful, pure, milky substance. This substance is pure photon energy, the energy and the spirits of the gods of old, the goddesses of old, those angels whose names we have forgotten. This is the white light of the ascended masters. This is the consciousness of Christ. This is the spirit of the Most High, breathing upon the waters of creation. Bask in the holy light. Bask in the light within you. You recognize this light. It is familiar. It is your soul star chakra. Your higher self. This pure white light. This cloud of goodness and wonder, in which all things have been created, in which all things are possible, in which all things existed in this pure white substance before they were made manifest, right before you. Take a deep belly breathe in. Move it up. Hold it. Let this light engulf you. Now you are shining. Now you are the vibrant light. Now you are that spirit, those goosebumps, that feeling of yours. This is the white light, the white flame of the ascended masters of purity, of wholeness, of oneness. This is your 8th chakra, the soul gate. You have exited out of the black cosmic waters, but you have entered a new cosmic field of inner knowing, of inner divinity, recognizing that God's spirit lied within you, that Christ consciousness lied within you. Now with all of your chakras guiding you, you can see a world. You see trees. green grass. You hear birds chirping. You see a beautiful light in the sky. It's big. It's golden. It has a serpent-like swirl around it, illuminating green. You find yourself floating toward this source of light. The closer you get, the stronger this white, cloudy substance, this white flame of the ascended masters gets stronger. Now you are shining. You are shining like the sun, merging with the lights. It is not separate from you, nor has it ever been separate from you. You're getting hotter. Your Kundalini is rising. Hold the image. See it. Be in this moment. Feel this moment. You know now that this is the cosmic gate. This is the cosmic gate chakra. You have broken through the threshold of the firmament, my friend. You are not a three-dimensional being. You are a multi-dimensional being. You see that now. All things are but things yet to be seen. All unfoldings are just one series of an ultimate unfoldment. Welcome to a world without end. You, the cosmic blueprint of divinity, the energy pulsing through you, the sizzling sound in your ears of the serpent's coils rising and releasing through you. Breathe deep. Fill your belly with oxygen. Bring it up. Hold it. Hold this pure white light in which anything is possible. This brings everything into fruition. You know it now as the magnetizing of thought forms passed down from all those ascended masters, those holders and molders of ancient wisdom and modern esoteric knowledge. You feel the oneness in this light, this pure cloud of goodness. Before you open your eyes, you say either out loud or in your mind, "This is now my normal state of being. Anytime I wish to feel this light, feel this emotion, all one must do is count backwards from 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I command it so." The same energy that exists in me is the same energy that exists in the universe. Command it. Open your eyes. And that, my friends, was the Cosmic Black Water Meditation. It got mad dark, you know. It got mad dark, you know. It got mad dark for a second there. Oh, buddy, old pal, old friend. But hey, listen. Highly anticipated. Highly requested. Unfortunately, Instagram got rid of it. YouTube got rid of it. So, shit, I'm going to do it again. There you have it. My Cosmic Black Water Meditation. And it will be saved. And if they take it down, you'll be able to go back and rewatch it. Don't worry. Don't worry. That's what I did this for. What I just shared with you is an ancient form of internal alchemy. You see, before you were called conscious, before you were called woke, before you were a chosen one, we called ourselves enlightened beings or keepers of the flame. And you see, these flames come in 8 rays: white flame, black flame, yellow flame, the pink flame, the blue flame, the violet flame, the green flame. And in varying degrees, there could be yellow, gold, there could be pink, there could be red, there could be the gray in between, depending on your energy. But these are sacred principles and principalities. This is actual internal alchemy. You see, when you understand that everything in the universe existed as a thought form and the energy cannot be created nor destroyed, what we just did there was not only call on our divine forces, but seek union with them. No longer are they outside of you. I just made sure every one of us who paid attention and participated, you're now peer-to-peer with those gods you worshipped. You're now peer-to-peer with those demons you feared. You're now peer-to-peer because you just self-deified yourself in the white light of the ascended masters. Let's say you want to go viral. Let's say you want to manifest some money, a new promotion. That white light, that white flame of the ascended masters, that's the authority you can call on, and you can invoke angelic energies cloaked in that white flame, and you will get what you need. But you have to understand these things, these principles come with responsibility. We cannot misuse them, nor will you use them to just enrich the life of self. If you are a true alchemist, if you're a true studier or a practitioner on this road, we do it righteously. And when we do things righteously, we enrich the life of others. Why would I keep this to myself? Why would I keep such a miracle to myself when I could give it to other people so you can practice it and you could see and you could experience it, and then you could give it to someone else and they could see and they could experience it, and now everybody understands the Christ consciousness. Now everybody understands the purity and the significance of the white flame. Now everybody knows they can go back inside of self in the black cosmic water meditation and activate and do a little internal tune-up. You know, it's not necessarily about who's the smartest in the room, because I know that there's things that a motherfucker knows way more in the topic than I do. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there are things that I might know more of in other topics. At the end of the day, everyone has their own field of expertise, meaning we all have something to bring to the table. We all have something to offer. You see, when you understand the significance and the magnificence of the pure white flame and the pure milky cloud, there's no need for jealousy. There's no need for hate, turmoil, hearsay, treachery, because all these things are actually terms and forms of black magic. You see, there's a lot of shit about Kashil you won't see me do. You'll never see me slander another person, talk shit on another person's name, especially if I say their name in a video, because that's black magic. Anytime you gossip after a person, anytime you're talking shit behind someone's back, that's black magic. And 9 times out of 10, black magic can and will be returned back to the sender. But you see, this cosmic white light, this white flame, is actually the reflective light from the sun and the moon. So you're pulling from both energies. You're pulling from the divine masculine and you're pulling from the divine feminine. You're pulling from the Shekinah and you're pulling from Malkuto. So when you're pulling from these things and you're using the occult terminology like ascended master, what ends up happening is you are aided in your becoming. That's all it takes. But be warned and be wary. With great power comes great responsibility. And unfortunately, if you misuse the power, that's why we're in the situation we're in right now. A lot of people are abusing their power. You see, I know magic. I know spells. It's nothing for me to do a ritual or a spell to go fucking viral, to get a little bit of money. But that's not what I'm here for, because that's going to benefit me and ultimately wear off and fuck me over. This is why certain people go through turmoil shit because let's say you're sitting in your room and you're mad or you're jealous because you feel like you deserve something more than another person. Not realizing you're projecting a signal to the universe of lack, envy, and greed. And on top of that, you're projecting a feeling of ungratefulness because you're projecting anger or jealousy due to another person's life that's outside of you. When our mission here is to take dominion over the earth. In order to take dominion over the earth, we got to control our mind. You have to control your mindset. You have to have self-discipline and come from the heart. Because when you come from the heart and you hold the white light, the white flame, that doesn't come with jealousy. That comes with empathy, understanding. We don't criticize, nor will we ever condemn. I don't give a fuck if you're Catholic. I don't give a fuck if you're Christian. I don't give a fuck if you're Muslim. But I don't tolerate disrespect. Period. I'm not going to be disrespectful the way you were, but understand it's okay to humble somebody. We just don't misuse the light. Don't misuse the light. Don't conquer over people with the light. Do not use what I just gave you as a means to get over people. Because it'll work, but it'll catch up to you. You don't want that shit catching up to you, alright? Understand the mind is all, and the universe is mental. Now, while I'm about to roll another blunt, come kick the shit with me. Talk. What you want? What y'all need? Holla at your boy. I'm here. I'm hither in this bitch. What y'all want? What you need? Did you enjoy? Was that good? Do you need more? You have questions? More fire. All right. What do you guys want to know? You want to know more about sacred flames, ascended masters, more about mental alchemy, internal alchemy. Y'all want to know about thought forms, frequency. You want to know some magic, some spells. Great. It was powerful. Oh, I know. And you know what? I'm not saying that to be arrogant or anything, but you're very welcome. And I do appreciate you tuning in, my friend. Thank you, Alchemist 1212. All in all, it was great the time I came in. All right, fantastic. You know, these things speak for themselves 9 times out of 10. So we want to talk about some internal alchemy. All right, well, when we're talking in terms of alchemy, we have to understand the sacred principles of Hermetics. We have to understand the Hermetica. We have to understand the Kabbalion. We have to understand the 7 Digetic principles, the 7 Hermetic principles. In order to understand the 7 Digetic principles, one of the main things that a lot of people tend to overlook is mentalism. Now, if God is a spirit and Christ is a consciousness, that means, in a sense, we can attain such miracles. We can perform such miracles and do such things with acts of righteousness coming light from the heart. Now, a lot of the time, these things were put outside of you in story form so that we could internalize them, even in mythology, all the way back to ancient Kemet. A lot of these stories of myth are actually alchemical stories of the human anatomy. So 9 times out of 10, your favorite mythological story actually has something to do with a use and function in your body. And most of the time, it is either the spine, the heart, or the 2 glands in the brain that are ignored and overlooked throughout history several times over. To be a true alchemist, one must understand the law of mentalism. The mind is all, and the universe is mental. Because the mind is not the brain. The brain is a physical apparatus. The brain rots, decays, and dies like the flesh. But even science will prove to you that the subconscious mind, in fact, it does not die until it is not remembered anymore. Therefore, as long as there is energy flowing in the subconscious, conscious, and unconscious minds, there is a spirit or a soul present. So the mind, in essence, is condensed spirit. It is densified spirit energy. It's a personality, per se. You see, the divine energy that animates you, that makes you who you are, that gives you that personality, per se, is actually a spirit. And that spirit is actually a small piece of this thing that makes us all eternal, immortal beings. And that piece, that fragment piece of the whole, makes you what you are. And although it might be a small piece of the whole, it has all the power that the whole has, as long as you don't fragment. Now, fragmentation of the spirit is done in more ways than others. It could be overindulgence. It could be self-doubt. It could be hate, envy, jealousy. These things all lower your vibration, but they also release chemicals within the body that fuck up your organs. And on the unseen side, in the occult realms, these things they like to attract what I call negative thought forms. They're not demons like you would think. They're just an energy that was created. It already existed before you said what you said or thought what you thought up. It just needed a vessel to latch onto. It needed a source to live through. You have to understand these things, although once existed, might not have a physical form anymore. They can't be destroyed. They can either become higher principalities or lower principalities. And the lower principalities are the lower thought form frequencies like envy, gluttony, greed, selfishness. Those things that people think are evil and demonic, they're actually lower thought forms that people create on the fucking daily. And these higher principalities are higher thought forms that people think are angels and gods and fucking aliens and shit. It's actually stuff that you pull into yourself, channeling a frequency through your rate of vibration. The only thing that can change anything on the planet is its rate of vibration. The rate of vibration is what changes a solid from a liquid, and a liquid to a gas, and a gas into a plasma, and the cycle will continue. But that's fucking it. Now, what do you think's going to happen to a soul, a light vibrational frequency, if it condenses and cloaks itself with lower thought form principalities? It's going to lose its light. Now, if it loses its light, it's not going to be able to manifest. And eventually, it's not going to remember that the mind is all. It's going to think that emotion is all. It's going to think that work is all and effort is all, when everything starts in the mind. If these motherfuckers take your mind, it's cooked. You're cooked, bro. You're cooked. You can have the strongest body. You can have the biggest bag. You can have the baddest bitch. These niggas take your mind, you're cooked, bro. Light manipulation, realm mirroring, or internal darkness. Basically, it uses your internal urges against you. Your desires of flesh, your desires of indulgence, like when you want to go party. When you want to go get turned up, you know what I'm saying? You just want to go get lit, right, bro? We just want to go see some ass. You know, for the ladies out there, y'all just want to go see some niggas, right? So there's nothing wrong with that until the overindulgence part. You see, that's where they get you. They make it so goddamn fun. And life is meant to be lived. Life is meant to be enjoyed. So by making something that's detrimental to your health and fucking not conducive at all to your journey or your spiritual path fun and enjoyable, it distracts you from your growth. because what it does is it tricks your spirit and your mind to where your spirit could know initially you shouldn't be doing this, but your mind gonna convince itself ultimately based upon the mind altering substances like the frequencies, AI, the music, or the lighting, or like the chemicals, AI being the smokes, the vapes, the cigarettes, even some of the weed we get, unfortunately, is not purely untampered with anymore. And unfortunately, the alcohol, the spirits, that's why they call them spirits. You have to have a very strong psychic spiritual defense. If you don't have a strong defense line or a strong psychic defense line in your internal alchemy, especially when it comes to the first principle, mentalism, you're fucking cooked, bro. You're fucking cooked. Like, just forget it. Like, why do you think they constantly weaponize man against women? Let me tell you something. The mind is all, and the universe is mental. So if you have 200 million motherfuckers telling you not to trust women are all whores and sluts and gold diggers, you need to get a motherfucking bag, then you're hearing 200 million voices telling you and regurgitating the behavior of just that. And the more you start to repeat something, you tend to believe something. And the more you tend to hear something, you tend to believe something. And the more you put things in your mind, it becomes so. Therefore, is it true, or did you just program yourself and input that man's world or that woman's world into your reality because it sounded like some hot shit for the moment? Because you had a weak moment in your vibrational Taurus field. And it happens. Not everybody's fucking strong. Not everybody could be strong-willed and push through. Okay? It fucking happens. They got 808 beats. They got frequencies. We're getting attacked 24/7 all day, every day. And the first foundational part when it comes to inner alchemy is having a strong mind. Keep your mind strong. Keep your mind pure. No doubt. Doubt? Nigga. Doubt is the killer of all manifestation. Doubt is the killer of all alchemy. If you don't believe you're that nigga, if you don't believe you're that bitch, who else is going to? Let's just keep it fucking real. Now, I'm not saying be a self-centered dick. No. I'm not saying be a entitled ass. No. That's not what I'm saying here. But confidence is definitely key in the magical field. If you're not confident in your work, how are you going to expect people to believe you? You see, people underestimate the power of belief in knowing. You see, belief will lead you to the knowing. We don't stay in the realm of belief because ultimately belief is a doubt. But belief will lead you to the knowing. Okay? And all doubt's going to do is take you away from it. We don't need to be taken away from the mission. That's what doubt does. And another thing, that's what overstudying does. It's okay to study. It's okay to want to know. That's good. Nothing's wrong with self-improvement. But there is a problem whenever we live in a world where you could learn literally anything on YouTube or Google at the click of a fucking finger. Like, we have too much options. There's an overfluctuation of knowledge. And with this overfluctuation comes an overconsumption of knowledge. So now you got people telling you that blue is green and green is blue and honey's good for you and honey's bad for you. You got motherfuckers telling you to eat eggs and telling you not to eat eggs. You got motherfuckers telling you can eat chicken and niggas telling you can't eat chicken. Then you got, no, it's just too much voices. You need to listen to your own discernment. You need to listen to your inner fucking voice. Your inner dialogue matters the most out of anybody else. Yes, paths do cross. Yes, there are like-minded individuals. Yes, but the more you input another person's output, especially when it's not conducive to your fucking journey, you're honestly contributing to taking on that person's karma. This is how people fucking karma dump. This is how energy vampires really work. They'll come to you and complain about a whole bunch of shit happening in their life so that you open up your auric field and feel bad for them. And that opening up the auric field, oh, it'll be all right. Here, take this. Or you need something. You know how it go. What that ultimately does is it weakens your aura for a vampiric attack. Vampiric attacks aren't always energetic. Sometimes they're psychic. You ever like shake a motherfucker's hand and then leave and it still feels like they're there? That's called an energy trail. That motherfucker needed something and you were the dumb ditty that he got it from. Okay? This is how this shit really works. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. We breathe, right? Oxygen. Can you see that shit though? Can you see that shit though? Okay. You know, water is life, right? And they say water is above you, and they say water is below you. But they say water is inside of you, and water is outside of you. Now, water could take any shape or form, but it has no shape or form. Water can give life. Water can also take it away. Water could be gentle. Water could be harsh. Water could be healthy. It could also be poisonous. Does water have a color? You know, that's one of the only fucking elements we actually know how it's made and nobody can make any. Think about that for a second. You know what's in it, right? Hydrogen, oxygen, H2O. Try to gather some of that shit and put it together and tell me what happens. You're not gonna get water, buddy. You're gonna get a poof. You're not gonna get water, buddy. So, like, let's really think about it for a second. Let's think critically here. You were in your mom. Everybody was in their mom, right? Well, actually, everybody was in their dad, right? Swimming around with little brothers and sisters and, you know, being water spirits, you know, just souls of pure consciousness without a form, yet just swimming around in darkness, you know, in the sperm, which is about 85% water. And then we shot out a daddy out of the phallus into the yoni, into the womb, right? And you know, we racing, nah, nigga, I'm getting, there's that light up there. Nah, there's that light, bro. I gotta see that light. Boom. Sometimes 2 hit the light. Sometimes 3 hit the light. They're called twins, quadruplets, triplets, you know. But when you get to the light, after the great race, something happens, huh? While you're swimming in the water, after you just came out the water, something happens, huh? Almost like a tadpole and a frog, huh? Oh, yeah. And what happens? You know, cells split, don't they? Meiosis, right? Mitosis, right? 1 cell becomes 2, and 2 become 4, and 4 become 8, and 8 becomes 16, and 16 becomes 32, and next thing you know, you're forming chromosomes, and you're fucking growing fingers and legs and a head and brains and eyeballs and shit. All the whole time you're developing all this magnificence, you're engulfed in darkness, submerged in water. Because if I'm wrong, isn't amniotic fluid about 90% water? Oh, so wait, let me get this straight. As above, so below, as within, so without. Waters above, waters below, water inside of you, water outside of you to drink to. Energy doesn't have a shape. Energy doesn't have a form. Energy doesn't have a color. Water doesn't have a shape. Water doesn't have a form. Water doesn't have a color. After the gestation period, being submerged in the womb, which in Hebrew means matrix, being submerged in darkness in the water, in the womb, after just about 9 months, mommy's water breaks and you start leaking. And now you got to come out. But wait, you come out of the womb into the matrix. But matrix means womb. And now you're filled with water. Sounds like water and energy are physical manifestations of spirit that man keep overlooking. Sounds like water and energy are physical manifestations of dark matter and spirit that man keep overlooking. But maybe I'm reaching, maybe I'm just a guy who doesn't know alchemy or anything like that. Another thing to think about, the law of correspondence. The second principle of the Kabbalion, of the Hermetic principles, also says, as above, so below. Oh, I think we're starting to get where this is going, huh? So, when in the Bible they said, take dominion, take control over the earth meaning your temple, your body, maybe it was a play on to the law of mentalism and the law of correspondence that actually existed about 6,000 years before the Bible was ever even thought about. Just a thought. I'm just saying. Just a thought. Maybe somebody was a occultist and just was like, let me just put a little sprinkle of that in there. Because the funny part, what happens when you mix energy with water? Any takers? Someone tell me what happens. What? Anybody? Any takers? What happens when you mix energy with water? Oh, it's right. You die, huh? You get electrocuted. Interesting. Just some food for thought, guys. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm fucking saying. Another thing about inner alchemy, besides the practicality of the principles and critically thinking, you have to really, really hold key to your inner knowing, man. Anxiety is a motherfucker, especially in magical circles. Well, when you mix water with electricity, you get fucking electrocuted. But the funny see, I can't go over the whole spiel. I can't go over the whole spiel again. Damn. It was a whole thing. You missed it. You had to be here. Someone fill her in. You had to be here. You missed it. The unseen, the unknown, the seen, the known. The only thing that separates the two is density. In fact, science has proven matter and spirit are the only same. They're the same. The only difference in matter and spirit is... Oh yeah, that's right. Density. What is density? Heaviness. Energy. Okay. So one's lighter because one has less energy. One's lighter because one has less internal waters. Okay. And when you mix water and energy together, you get electrocuted, right? But water, I just explained how water is also inside of you and outside of you and above you and below you, and how you were swimming in water, primarily water, in daddy's phallus, and then shot out into mommy and swim in what was primarily water, and then developed like a fucking tadpole for 9 months in darkness, primarily in water. Just to leave the womb, which is a Hebrew word for matrix, to enter the matrix, filled with more energy and water. In fact, the only living thing on the planet that is both energy and water, that can be in water, is a fucking electric eel. And did you know, fun fact about electric eels, we don't know how the fuck they come from. In fact, we don't even know how they reproduce. The weird part, and this is where shit really gets fucking weird, they only reproduce near the Bermuda Triangle during a very particularly certain part and time of year. I might be biting too hard on the bone here, but am I wrong for thinking an electric eel is just a cool water snake? And then we always hear this stuff about the Kundalini and the cosmic serpent and the rainbow serpent and the feathered serpent and the Djed pillar and the Wajed serpent in Kemet and the Djed principles of the Jehuti and the whole DJ thing in Kemet denounces snake and serpent. And then we start to think about, I don't know, the double helix, the Caduceus, the rod of Afflicius, maybe, the staff of Hermes. I don't know. The shit just keeps on fucking going. Are you seeing how they put the truth right in your fucking face? How the divinity is right there when we put our minds to it? So let's go through this spiel one more time, because there's people who came in a little late. So let's go through this spiel one more time, okay? So, spirit. What is spirit? Because we know now spirit and soul are separate. There's an ether and then there's an aether, right? And we know that the ether, the soul, is eternal, right? But we know the aether, the spirit, somehow, some way stops existing when people stop remembering you. It's been proven that the minute you're not remembered, the only thing that was active in death, your subconscious mind, just ceases to exist and withers away, showing you that the subconscious mind and the unconscious mind are in fact manifestations of spirit, right? Dark matter, not the seen world, but dark matter, the unseen world. And the only thing that separates the two is density, right? So we see that. And during this period of death, the water in your body just starts to dry up, huh? The blood stops flowing, doesn't it? And what happens to water if it doesn't flow? Ooh, it's right, it gets stagnant. Bacteria starts to grow. Or better yet, it can dry up. That's right. That's right. So there's an energy inside of your body, right? There's an energy inside of you that's making this water flow, that's keeping you alive. It's an energetic flow, right? Of energy, electromagnetic energy, and water within, right? Now let's go deeper for a second. Let's go deeper. Let's go deeper with this spiel. Mentalism, the first principle of the 7 Hermetic principles. The mind is all, the universe is mental. Now, man has 3 minds: conscious mind, unconscious mind, subconscious mind. But if mind is all and universe is mental, and the brain is not the mind. We know that the brain is a physical apparatus that rots and decays, that feels disease and weakness. The mind feels none of those things. So, what is mind? Mind would have to be a physical manifestation or a tool apparatus of some sort of spirit, which is dark matter, right? Which would explain why everyone has neuromelanin. Oh, shit. Hold on now. We're going to dig a little bit deeper. Now, in all sacred texts, in all sacred civilizations, from Christianity to Ma'at to Islam to Hinduism, they all talk about the cosmic primordial water, right? In darkness, right? And how Anaya, Yahoya Shah, Yidhe Vahe, Jesus, God, whatever you want to call it, right? Breathed life force over the black cosmic water. And then separated the waters above from the waters below with the firmament, which is really just a metaphor for dimensional consciousness. Anywho, that water above and water below, and there's the law of correspondence, the second principle of the 7 Hermetic principles, states that as above, so below, as within, so without, of universe, so the soul. So, there's water above us, there's water below us. We got oceans, lakes, streams, rivers, spaceships going into the ocean, spaceships coming out of the ocean, an ocean inside of the ocean. They found more water in space than that could hold 100 oceans. Yes, don't believe me, look into it. They found the ocean in space. So, thus proving that the majority of space is the black cosmic waters. There's water above you, water below you. About 75 to 80% of the human liquids in the body of an adult is water. About 80% water. So there's water inside of you, and there's also water outside of us for us to swim in and enjoy and drink. And energy, once created, it cannot be destroyed. Although we can't see it, it's there. We don't know what makes the fucking electricity work, but we know if we plug something into an outlet, we will get a light. You know, we could use energy to cook food, but you can also use energy to cook a person. We know water can give life, but also take it away. Energy can give life, but also take it away. We know there's energy in us and outside of us. We know there's energy above us and below us. We know there's water above us and below us. And we know there's water in us and outside of us. Now I want you to think about something for a second. Before you were born, you were a water spirit, swimming in the sack. Yeah. You were a water spirit, swimming around in the sack, tail in consciousness, like a tadpole. And that tadpole, that water spirit, swimming around in consciousness, got a chance to get out. We'll say that. And along this great race for time, you see a light. So, you and all your brothers and sisters swimming and racing, trying to, get to that golden egg, that great big shiny light in there, And along the way, you get stuck. You lose your tail. And you start to grow and develop, you get arms and legs and fingers and a brain and body and shit. But you were still a consciousness before that. All the physical shit was developed in darkness and water, right? But you had a consciousness to find the egg. Sometimes there could be 2 of y'all twins, 3 of y'all triplets, 4 of y'all quadruplets. Man, there was an octomom in this bitch. You heard me? So the race against time was actually for your manifestation into physical matter. Because you were swimming in the waters in darkness, waiting for your opportunity to get out. Then you get out and you're again using your energy, your consciousness, swimming in darkness, navigating to find the source of light, right? You find the source of light in darkness again, and you develop in a womb, which is the Hebrew word for matrix. And after 9 months, just how we have 9 ether, just how we have the 144, 1 plus 4 plus 4 is 9. You're in mom for 9 months, just how there's 9 primordial gods in Egypt. 9 months, just how there's 72 angels and 72 demons. 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 months, just how there's 72 portions of your left brain and 72 portions of your right brain. 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 months, right? You're in mommy for 9 months in darkness, developing a fucking body. And in that time, you're conscious, right? You're eating and growing and shit. Yeah. And on top of all of that, you leave the womb or the matrix to enter the matrix, full of energy and water. But when you mix energy and water together, you'll die. In fact, water is one of the only fucking chemical compound components we know what it takes to make it. And no one can fucking make this shit. I'm telling you, try to get hydrogen and 2 oxygen molecules together. You're not gonna get water. You're gonna get a poof. It's not fucking water, bro. I don't know what that shit is. It's not fucking water. So, what the fuck is water? What the fuck is electromagnetic energy? If it's not the pure physical manifestation and existence of a divine architect and a primordial energetic signature, showing you in fact that you are more than just your flesh and meat suit. Showing you again you are more, because let's think about it. If we stop breathing right now, are we going to die? Or are we just going to lose consciousness? Really think about it for a second. If we stop breathing right now, are we going to pass out and lose consciousness and then automatically start breathing and we're asleep? Or are we going to die? But if I drink too much water, it'll kill me. If I get exposed to too much electromagnetic energy, electricity, it will kill me. If I get struck by lightning, by pure plasma, I'm going to die. However, if I stop breathing, I'm just going to lose consciousness. So what the fuck are we breathing? Because we think it's oxygen, we believe it's oxygen. We can't see it, but we depend on it. We know it's there. Although we cannot see or interact with this shit, we all have agreed mentally that oxygen is just a thing, right? So why is it so hard for people to think about spirits and the unseen? Imagination and visualization are one of the most brilliant tools of your disposal when it comes to internal alchemy, because the mind makes it real. If you visualize yourself on the inside illuminating golden or white with the white flame, what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? Your mind's going to make it real. Do you know why people in Hollywood say fake it till you make it? I'm not telling anyone to fake anything. I'm just saying, do you know why people in Hollywood say fake it till you make it? It's actually an occult term. Maybe. You know, some people call it consciousness. Some people call it life force energy. Some people call it prana, rishi, chi, Oregon. But in modern times, we just call it oxygen. I think we're breathing in ether. Because when you do breath work and you meditate, you're going to start to feel some sensations and shit happening inside of you that otherwise would not be able to happen. So in a sense, yes, I do believe we are breathing in consciousness and ether. I don't think it's necessarily air, how they say it is. Because when a person breathes in too much air, they hiccup, they hyperventilate. Just saying. These are things we have to start thinking critically about, people. We can't just take what the fuck a motherfucker says in a book or because they taught us some shit in class and just take the ball and fucking run with it. Nah, nigga, it's 2025, pimp. We gotta be critical thinkers. We gotta ask some questions in this motherfucker. That's why I've been talking about us being harmonic beings for a very long time. Why you think they weaponize music? We are here harmonic beings. So if we're harmonic beings, meaning frequency vibrational, energetic beings, what would be the best way to dismantle a frequency vibrational, energetic being? Music. You see, the first music was actually highly inspirational. Even the Negro spirituals were very highly vibrational. In the times of Greece, the times of Kemet, even back in the later day French Romantic era, in the Renaissance era, you know, we started getting people like Beethoven and Van Gogh. That is music that actually, it's been proven if you play classical music, not only will it make you more intelligent, it'll help your children's IQ score levels. Those frequencies. You see, there's a reason why almost every fucking song is recorded in 440 hertz, not 432, not 571, not 528, but 440 megahertz. They use 440 megahertz to record all fucking songs and all audio because it is a disharmonic. It is not a harmonic frequency. So somebody somewhere knows or knew that we are harmonic beings, which would make sense as to why they also, I don't know, removed all the fucking bells. Yeah, it's my roll weed time. Anybody who's new here, welcome. Anytime it's roll weed time, Kashil starts dropping fucking gems. So, that brings me to another law of the 7 Hermetic principles. The law of vibration. Everything is energy. Nothing rests. Everything vibrates. Everything moves. In fact, the only things that seem to be stuck in a state of what I like to call suspended animation is really just fixed inertia. It's a slow moving rate where the atoms, and protons, electrons, and the molecules that actually energetically make up this figure, whatever the figure may be, let's say, for example, a block of ice or a fucking piece of bread, those things are vibrating and bouncing off one another at a very slow rate, a very fixed rate. And when you amp up the speed of these atoms and molecules, two things happen. The energy increases, aka it raises its vibration, and the substance or molecules start to vibrate faster, thus taking this thing out of a state of inertia and out of potential energy into a state of kinetic energy, a state of movable functioning energy, right? And in this state of movable functioning energy, where all these atoms and molecules and protons and neutrons and electrons are now vibrating and moving at a faster rate, they start to break structure. They start to move and bounce off of each other and ricochet off of each other. Why? Because it's changing its rate of vibration. It's vibrating so fast, it's physically changing its molecular structure. This is how things go from a solid to a liquid. This is how liquids turn into gases. And this is how humans become gods, by raising our fucking vibration. Are you getting me? Am I making sense? Or does it sound like I'm just a crazy nigga with a hat on? Talk to me. Because if your mans is cooking, give me some fucking fire emojis. Drop a like. So let's think about it for a second. Because I'm going to say something. It's probably going to fuck a lot of people up. What travels faster than the speed of sound? Yeah, okay, I appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate that. Light moves faster than sound. Now, what is faster than light? There's only one thing faster than light. Thought. That's close. You see, light does follow your thoughts. Thought is very fast. But I'm looking for an answer here. The answer is darkness. Light, darkness, and thought are the only vibrational frequencies in the whole fucking universe, in the whole fucking galaxy, that are faster than the speed of sound. Light, darkness, and thought. Now, let's go back to the first principle here. Mind is all. Universe is mental. You see, I have this saying I've coined over the time I've been posting content where I say, thoughts become things. Now, thoughts become things because light follows your thoughts. Also, darkness follows your thoughts. You see, the only thing that could follow equilibrium to light is darkness. That's why white and black both equal 11 in letterology. And with that being said, if you're focusing on an angle of darkness, what's going to happen with that thought is it's going to produce an emotion. And that emotion, what it's going to do is produce an action, which initially all came from a thought. We're on the other side of the coin because we're going to go into polarity here. If an angle of light, positive thinking, instead of an angle of darkness, negative thinking, you're going to produce an emotion. And that emotion is going to produce an action. And this truly is how thoughts become things. You see, there's this thing called a thought form. And a thought form can actually be measured. It can actually be studied because it is a tangible manifestation of ethereal thought, per se, that just lingers along the space-time continuum until somebody with an equal or equivalent vibratory rate can catch the pass. This is how the ancestral realm and the dream realm really work. Because when you go to sleep, where do you go? You're going to the ancestral realm. This is why certain things happen in your dreams and then they actually fucking come true in real life. Not only is that a vision, that is actually you entering the astrals and seeing what is going to happen before it happens. By being able to literally see yourself enact an event before it happened, lets you know how fucking special we truly are. And when you get skilled enough to have deja vu on multiple occasions and go to sleep and wake up and start to feel like you're in a repeat, you're gonna realize that the majority of what you were experiencing all initially was produced off of a thought. The whole thing, the whole spiel came from a thought. Just one. That produced an emotion. That made you convey an idea. That made you conduct an action. This is how internal alchemy works. Every time you have a thought, it produces and releases a chemical in the body that is either going to your shadow side or your light side. There are 72 portions of the left brain and 72 portions of the right brain. I wonder why there's 72 angels and 72 demons. Just some food for thought. And these portions determine not only how you behave, but how you think, how you conduct yourself, how you react, and how you move. And when you focus on the night side of life, when you focus on the darkness rather than the light, the angles of light, you know, it's all still going to be set in motion because you've created that energy. And once that energy has been created, it cannot be destroyed. And now that thought has to take form. Hence why they call it thought forms. You get me? Now, over the millennia, over the millions of fucking years, we've created gods, goddesses, whole fucking pantheons. We've created behavioral conditioning systems called laws, where you are received a series of collections of either rewards or punishments based upon your behavior. Understand that is not government. That is actually behavioral conditioning and mind control. All of this has been implemented for millions, maybe thousands of years before you even set foot on this fucking floating rock of space dust. You're here, and everything around you in it was initially a fucking thought. So, when you see something that's kind of shitty, a little twisted, a little fucked up, maybe a little unhinged like me, understand someone created that energy with their thoughts. Someone created the things we're using with their thought. And it conveyed a strong sense of conviction, energy and motion, and emotion that did what? Produced an idea. Now the darkness and the thought, or the light and the thought, have merged. They have merged. They are one. And with that oneness, that idea that has been produced from the thought and the energy and motion gives you an action. Oh. So, what you think, how you feel, how you behave, not only stems from your thought process, but ultimately will affect your reality. This isn't just the law of attraction. This is the law of correspondence. Alchemy, baby steps. If your mind ain't right, if your spirit ain't right, how the fuck you gonna win? How you gonna win? You over here jealous and bitter and mad and shit. How the fuck you gonna win? You doubting yourself? You keep letting them thoughts be produced. And if you're not feeding light, what the fuck are you feeding? Because here's another bar that you should probably write down. Energy flows where your attention goes. What is attention? Your thought processes. What you're focusing on while you are, I don't know, occupying your mind. So, in translation, occupying your mind is searching your spirit. So while you're searching your spirit for a conveyance or an idea, what are you feeding? Are you feeding the light, good, wondrous, positivity, love, or are you feeding negativity? Because I don't like to call it dark. I like to call it fucking wicked. Because the dark is not evil. Darkness is just the unknown. Just because something is dark, just because something has fucking horns, doesn't mean it's evil. There's plenty angelic spirits out there that are assholes. There's plenty of them. Okay? When we're dealing with terms of spirits here, we have to understand a spirit is just an energy you can't see. You can communicate with it. You can feed it, give it an altar. We create spirits all the time. We create magical entities every fucking day. And I'm going to tell you how you do it. Damn, man, I always got money. Shit, this always happens to me, bro. What you talking about, nigga? Shit, my life is just like this. You creating entities. So now your life is just like this. And now, damn, I always got money. Shit. I just don't understand how I just keep getting money. Bro, I just don't understand how I keep pulling the bag, bro. But I just don't get why I'm so smart. It just happens. So guess what? You created a motherfucking spirit called It Just Happens. You created a motherfucking spirit called I'm so smart. And on the coin of that polarity, vice versa, with damn, this always happens to me, bro. Bro, I can't stand this shit. How come I never get money? How come that's not me? Not only are you projecting a signal to the universe, you see, those thoughts, those words are creating an energetic signature that you are going to feed the more you repeatedly think like that, the more you repeatedly behave like that, thus creating a thought form or a magical entity which you cannot see because it's pure fucking energy serving you. Because that's what it thinks you want. You kept on saying, damn, why does this keep happening to me? So now it keeps happening to you. You've created it. But here's the good part. You don't have to live like that. You could release that shit. You could release it by simply saying it no longer serves you and visualizing it disappearing, getting erased and removed from your auric field, because this is how spirits latch on to you by your intellectual agreement. You see, only a soulless being can be possessed. So in order for you to be soulless, something had to have killed your spirit first. This is why they make us work every day. This is why they make us go to school, fucking answer the bosses we don't like, pay bills we don't want to pay, fucking go places we don't want to go, and deal with people we can't stand. Not to make you feel like an angry person, to kill your spirit, so you can get latched on to by negative thought forms, because again, these are lower principalities. They can't latch on to you unless you vibrate at that rate. If you vibrate higher, they can't reach you. Thus, it can't affect you. Only a person who has negative karma can be fucking hexed. Only a person who doesn't, but let me put it to you like this. If you know you ain't shit, You're fine. I talk fast. It's okay. I'm not a judgy asshole. It's fine. Sorry, I talk a lot and I talk fast. In fact, guys, I'm gonna answer a couple more questions and I gotta skedaddle. But I'll be back. I just want you guys to understand that the fact you're coming into this information, the fact you understand this information, lets you know you're chosen for that path. I don't call my tribe the chosen ones. We're divine beings. We're keepers of the flame. And when you're a keeper of the flame, yes, miracles happen. And good things are going to come to your life, especially if you hold the pure white flame of the Ascended Masters. But at the same time, if you misuse your power, if you abuse your power, if you are not right in the mind, your work is useless. You're going to keep pursuing magic. You're going to keep pursuing the esoteric and wonder why your spells don't work. You're going to keep wondering why you can't manifest shit, why things are so hard for you. The longer you hold it, it attracts. Bro, it only takes 30 seconds to 1 minute to trick your mind into believing it's real. So if you close your eyes and see yourself living your dream life and meditate it, I mean, go balls deep, bro. Meditate. Smell the fucking new car. Hear the fucking motor. Vroom, 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 vroom. Feel the fucking leather. Feel your feet and hear your feet walking through your home, bro. Hear the fucking keys jingling, my nigga. Hear the fucking notifications. Feel the fucking money in your fingers. Smell the fucking money when you're meditating. When you utilize all 5 senses for longer than 30 seconds to 1 minute, your mind doesn't fucking know the difference. You're literally speaking to your subconscious mind, telling you what it wants, especially if you have conviction or a strong sense of emotion behind it. So you might as well want to focus and hold the images in your mind that inspire and motivate you. Because why would you want to hold something in your heart or in your mind that makes you feel like shit? Because it's just going to literally make your life shitty and attract more shitty things to you because you're projecting that signal and it's just doing what it thinks you want. Whenever you're positive and you're optimistic, you have faith in what you're doing. You have faith in your knowing. At the very least, you have fucking faith in yourself and you give yourself grace. You stop holding that guilt. You stop holding that shame, that sense of duty, and you just be because life just is. When you're in that present moment, bro, fucking miracles happen. Fucking miracles happen every time. But you have to be righteous. Don't abuse the power. This is why a lot of shit is happening the way it is happening right now in 2025. Because motherfuckers is abusing their power. They've been abusing their power. People, I'm not the only one who knows alchemy. I'm not the only one who understands the occult. There's people who've used it for their own capital gain. Instead of giving it back to the people to enrich the life of everyone so we could all gain capitally. Life was meant to be lived, not suffer. And when I say I'm here to expose frauds and give truth to teach you how to go from student to master, I mean that. I'm not here to build a whole bunch of followers. I'm here to build fucking teachers. Teachers make more teachers. We don't make more students. So like when I drop these gems, write this shit down. Go back, rewatch the live, write this shit down, share it, talk about it, DM me, let's discuss, let's build a foundational conversation, something where we can take it further than the surface level, because there's always 3 levels of information, especially with the news and the media. You have the public agenda, the spoken agenda, what they're going to tell you it's about, and then you have the hidden agenda, the agenda that's going to be revealed maybe 10, 20 years later. They're going to call it a conspiracy now, and they're going to be like, oh, they were right. And then you have the hidden agenda, the real purpose behind what's going on that no one will ever know but the person. And that's honestly the real nightmare fuel about the world we live in. Some things, we have to accept the fact that there are just unknowns. There are things that we don't know. And the more you try to know shit you don't know, instead of just work with what you know, that's called the rabbit hole. Let me tell you something about the rabbit hole. There's no bottom. That shit's just to occupy your mind, distract you, keep you running in circles, because there's always going to be more information. That's the point, to keep you searching and searching and searching and searching and learning and learning and learning and learning and learning and learning and learning. And then self-doubt is going to develop. And then you're going to realize, I don't know shit. And then you're going to start to feel down. And guess what? When you start to feel down and depressed and sad, you're going to create energies of depression and sadness in your life. And you're going to attract it. And now you're in a downward spiral, which is why the CIA gave you conspiracy rabbit holes. That's the whole fucking point. To destroy you, to occupy, to break your mind, to break your spirit. So you can be occupied. Because again, only a soulless being can be possessed, right? Now you understand why Big Pharma gives you drugs with like 18 side effects to solve one sickness. Only a soulless being can be possessed, right? Now you understand why hip-hop promotes fucking lust and drugs and drinking. And we all fell susceptible to the program. We all fell susceptible to the program, even me. But it's those who raise and rise above that which we fell, where we can tell everyone else, don't do that because this, that, whoop-de-whoop. Not from a higher than thou or a pedestal point of view, but from experience. That's what humbles the knowledge. We're not speaking like we're better and they're lesser. We're speaking from experience. We fell for the program. We don't know everything. There's some shit we can never possibly know. It's clearly just speculation because no one was there. It's political and historical satire. Just a whole bunch of hooey what if. And the shit that's real and definitive, we ignore. Like the 7 Hermetic Principles. If people just applied Law 1 of the 7 Hermetic Principles, the world would be a better place. Religion would make more sense. Now, if they applied all 7, we probably wouldn't have all these goddamn religions and divorces and wars and murders. Because it would hold the individual accountable for their own actions instead of holding the devil or society accountable for their own actions. You get me? My name is Kashil Teaches. I love y'all. Peace. Don't forget to like and share. I'm going to upload it. I'm going to save it. And it's going to be on YouTube as well. I'll see y'all again later. Ooh, nigga moment.